Do I have any reason this video is so goddamn late? After saying I'd be posting on a Friday? No. Am I gonna say any reason why it's so goddamn dark outside? No. Am I giving a shout out to Hall of Superheroes? Or just Hall of Heroes Superhero Museum? Yes. Is this video sponsored by them? Hell no. I'm just calling out because this is a badass fucking superhero museum that you all should visit. Anyway, welcome to a goddamn late Cringe of the Month. This is going to be a spoiler version of Cringe of the Month because this movie is Beetlejuice, aka Beetlejuice 2. I did this on Friday the 13th, and I have not talked about it because fucking hell, I'm lazy procrastinator who's been on vacation for the last few fucking days. So I haven't exactly been wanting to make videos for some fucking reason, even though being on vacation would give me the ultimate excuse to make a bunch of content for my channel. But yeah, this video will contain some spoilers, obviously, if you still have not seen Beetlejuice, which, if you have not, watch the movie. It is so good. Fuck critics if they hate this movie. One more time. Hall of Heroes Superhero Museum. Check this place out, dude. It is so fucking cool if you love old school and even classic to modern to just probably some forgotten superheroes and comic book stuff. It's so fucking cool. And while you're there, buy something. Just even a little thing, like a little fridge magnet. Anyway, on to the main attraction of this fucking late-ass video. Beetlejuice. I'm not gonna go full in on this, but I'll do what I know. I'll do. Fucking Christ. This Cringe of the Month is going to be a little different. I'm not going to go scene by scene. I'm just going to say cool stuff that's happened in the movie, cool stuff I think insane stuff that's happened in this movie, and how I think this movie has done since the first movie. I will say, first off, I love the opening. A lot of people were hoping for it to open with Beetlejuice still in that fucking waiting room. It does not. It opens with Lydia kind of parroting both every kind of paranormal activity, paranormal ghost hunter show, but in the style of Elvira, Mistress of Darkness, or Mistress of Evil, some old name like that. In Tales from the Crypt, where she would introduce her own horror experiences with entertainment of television. And also, as she's doing this, she happens to see Beetlejuice almost everywhere she goes, which, like anyone who would experience almost being married off to a goddamn ghost person demon of the fucking nightmare zone, she doesn't take it that well. And another thing I love is that we're immediately introduced to a character we're supposed to fucking hate without even knowing his goddamn name. Her boyfriend. I don't even remember his fucking name, if they gave him a name. They probably didn't, I just don't remember because he's not that important. Meanwhile, in the undead realm, we see that the janitor, played by a very fun cameo of Danny DeVito, opens up a mistress of evil that happens to be Beetlejuice's ex-fiancée. Because, yeah. What's also cool is we do see the origin of Beetlejuice when he was alive. That was cool, in my opinion, to see. It's interesting to see where these kind of people come from. And fun fact, the ex-fiancé, the soul sucker, which apparently this woman has the ability to kill dead people by sucking their soul. And just like Beetlejuice tradition, the effect is fucking awesome and so insane. This soul snatcher, soul sucker, whichever phrase they gave it, is played by the woman who played Morticia Addams in the in the 90s Addams Family, almost said animated, in the 90s Addams Family movies. So you immediately know she's great for playing weird, dark shit. Something else cool in this movie is we see one of the shrunken head dudes is basically Beetlejuice's best friend or right-hand man named Bob. Fun fact, we actually get a full cast call for these little shrunken head motherfuckers at the end of the movie. First spoiler, Bob dies. And I was so fucking pissed. Of everyone they could have killed any of the other shrunken head bastards. They killed Bob. Why? Meanwhile, in real life, Lydia is dealing with the fact that her father is dead, and I am ashamed to admit it took me a few seconds because I was making the joke in my head like, oh, they couldn't afford Baldwin, forgetting the fact that Baldwin played the dead husband of the or the dead fucking hell, the dead guy. Forgot their fucking names. I don't know why I thought that. I think it's because even then, it's a more father figure than Lydia's actual parents were the ghosts. But no, her father died in a weird but expected explanation for this movie given by her bitch of a mother. I still hate the mom in this movie. The mom has not... I'll say the way I experienced this movie was they found the time capsule of Beetlejuice from the 80s, unscrewed that damn thing, and just went... Fire! It's the same energy Keaton brought as a redoing Batman for the Flash movie. It's that good. And he looks great. He has that same energy, the same voice for Beetlejuice is perfect. And again, meanwhile, in the living realm, we see that Lydia, along with dealing with her dead father who got bitten by a shark, which, again, we see the effect of him. Very good effect of the human, of this entire thing missing. She's dealing with her stereotypical 80s, 90s, and early 2000s cliche of, my daughter hates me because I'm a TV show host. Granted, I say that, but there's a little bit of a better explanation of why there's a little drift between Lydia and her daughter, which I should remember because it was a very... Astrid. Her daughter Astrid and her don't get along because Astrid says, if you can see ghosts all the time, why can't you see Dad? Why is he the one ghost that you can't see? Because, of course, Lydia's husband also passed away in the Amazon to Piranha. Because, of course. Granted, I think that's a better idea of a twist than just kind of redoing Lydia's thing of just having an emo daughter, or just a daughter that feels like aren't understood. Having it be that she says she can talk to dead people, she sees ghosts, but her husband is the one ghost she can't communicate with. That's actually a very good idea of why there would be a problem with the relationship between a mother and daughter. Skipping forward, we see that Lydia's mother and Lydia have agreed to preserve the house or some shit, cremate it, I think. I don't fucking remember exactly specifics. But the house will be basically retired like an NFL jersey where no one will live in it. Lydia's boyfriend, being the complete asshole he is, takes this time of grievance for Lydia to propose to her. They do not make it hard to hate this guy. Almost the first, 3 minutes of him being on the screen, you instantly do not like him. And granted, I like when movies do this with characters. They don't try to make you think, oh, you're supposed to kind of root for him, but he's still kind of a dick. No, I like it when this character's an asshole. Here's why he's an asshole. You should hate this guy. Fine with me. Ain't like a character just looking at my shelf here of Funko Pops. It ain't like this motherfucker kind of thing where movies kind of make you want to like him with what he does, and especially when him being marketable and popular. Nah, he ain't Michael Myers or even this fucking freak show. He ain't like this guy, where we know what the horrible shit he did, but we still love him. Nah, he's just a cock-sucking motherfucker to be in. He's just a cock-sucking motherfucker. Nothing else. Well, there is one thing else, but I'll get to that in a little bit. Lydia, under the stress that any woman, I think, was, and if you are granted, I don't think any guy would actually do this, but if you are in a relationship with a woman, or even a man, don't propose to them at the funeral of their fucking father. Don't do that. Just don't. Time of grievance is not exactly the time to drop to the knee and pop the question. That's what's called being a cock. Yeah. Astrid, rightfully pissed off, bikes that way and into the town, where she almost gets hit by a goddamn car. Crashing into what I thought was probably the best twist in this movie. She runs into a boy, and after pie-facing herself against a goddamn tree that would normally break any goddamn person's nose, she walks away from it scot-free. Runs into a treehouse reading, I think, War of Peace or The Art of War, some shit like that. They get along, have a kindle of romance, and I actually think, okay, this is cute. Can twist motherfuckers, and a reason for Astrid to want to stay in this fucking piece of shit town. I said, but the town has barely changed a damn thing since the first movie. It's the same damn town. I will say, going back a bit, the opening, it's going through the model, but it's the set of Lydia's TV show. It's so good. In the music, oh my god. To be fair, again, you put Michael Keaton, Tim Burton, and Danny fucking Elfman, I believe it is. You put all three of those people together again, you are getting magic, goddammit. And back to the main thing. And, being the asshole like this guy is, he said, let's just get married on your favorite holiday, Halloween, which is in 3 days. Because you know that's a fucking enough time to plan a goddamn wedding. Lydia, being the sensible one, even though she's kind of... But again, anyone who dealt with the situation of Beetlejuice, understandable that she's kind of tweaked out for a bit. Or almost the entirety of the movie, she's kind of tweaked. Doesn't know how to react. At the house, talk about the wedding, when all of a sudden, Astrid finds the attic of the house. And just so happens to find two very important things. A photo album of her family before her dad passed away, and the old Beetlejuice flyer. Lydia, upon seeing the photo album, has a very sweet moment with her daughter. But upon seeing the flyer, freaks the fuck out. For more shenanigans, and this is a part where I was genuinely questioning. We see that Lydia talks with her mom about Beetlejuice, and it gets me thinking, does Delia repress what the hell happened to just, it was nothing, it was just a dream, it was all woo, cool. Or does she remember what happened? Granted, this is kind of answered where Lydia and Delia board up that goddamn attic. No one's getting in that fucking attic. Halloween comes around and we hear that Astrid has a date with the boy that she apparently has a little crush on. Seems that also, when we see his family, his mom is constantly stress baking and his dad got laid off and he's always watching football like a douchebag. Think your classic 80s broken family. I have expected him to have a beer bottle and get pissed at his wife. Here's where the twist happens. We are told initially, after a kiss, we see that the kid... Again, I'm having trouble remembering his goddamn name, sorry to people. Is a ghost. I thought, holy shit, this is a good idea. Do his parents know this? Because it's been proven that, because we see the handbook of the dead, the recently deceased, in his room. So we think it's his handbook. No. Well, technically it is. I'll get to it. Turns out, and here's, again, major spoiler warnings. If you have not clicked off this video after me constantly saying there are spoilers in this video, here's a major plot twist to this movie. Here's the major twist that happened in this movie. While the kid is dead, he died third in that house. He killed his parents, because apparently he's a goddamn psychopath, where I was not wrong in comparing him to fucking this psychopathic motherfucker. Except he, not Michael, the kid in Beetlejuice would have killed his parents the way that Michael Myers would blush and go, apparently took a buzzsaw to his dad's face right here and stuck a goddamn corkscrew through his mother's face! Or his mother's eye! It was here that I remembered what I'm watching and why I love it. Beetlejuice has the insane ability to show you some of the most twisted, weird, and crazy effects in costuming, and I love it. Notice, also, here's something I've wanted to say about the movie that is a little bit of a negative. I think there's too much I think this movie had a problem of not knowing what story to go with, so just choosing all of them. Because, if you've noticed, there's one piece of the story that I've been leaving out, and that's the Soul Sucker. And that's because, apart from her initial appearance, maybe it's because there was a hard schedule for her, I don't know. Soul Sucker only appears maybe in 10 minutes of the movie? Shows up, kills Danny DeVito, shows up at a laundromat, kills that motherfucker, takes out a wedding dress, because apparently she was, again, Beetlejuice's ex-fiancé. Story goes, Beetlejuice wasn't alive, was a grave robber. He met the chick, they got married by sacrificing goats, which they do show, and biting the heads off of a chicken, each of them, again, they show. Like, oh, no fucking chickens and any of this shit is harmed in the making of this film. But it turns out that his wife is the member of a death-worshipping cult. Does the classic poisons his wine thing. So yeah, she wants revenge because he killed her ass. So yeah, she wants revenge. Beetlejuice, being the genius that he is and sick, twisted, bastard, dresses Bob up to be his doppelganger and say, "You're my defense, man. When she comes in, I'm behind you." Anyway, that's kind of the main thing with her in this movie for a while. Back to plot point number 2 with the ghost shit. While Lydia hears about this, jackass tries to convince her that they can still be together, but to go to the land of the deceased. Saying a spell, going through the portal. Lydia, not knowing what else to do, contacts Beetlejuice. Granted, we do get one other appearance where it's Lydia, her douchebag fiance, and Beetlejuice in a couples therapy session bit, which is fucking hilarious, which introduces us to baby Beetlejuice. It's so... I don't know if I should go full into this, since I want you guys to experience stuff I haven't talked about in the theaters. Which again, hopefully you have clicked off this goddamn video. But yeah. Lydia agrees to marry him in a contract this time if he helps her get her daughter back from the land of the dead. He does. And instead of just drawing a door, he draws a bomb and blows a hole into his office because, yeah, fuck it. Also, how do I say? I think this is all right. Do I say this actor who's in this movie? Because again, I said he puts Tim Burton together with Danny Elfman and Michael Keaton. You already got magic. There's one more actor in this movie that just brings it to a fucking next level of entertainment. I don't know if I should say who it is to leave you guys to find out for yourselves. Although maybe it's said or not, I'll give 10 seconds to know before I say who it is, starting now. Okay, spoil again. I don't know if this one was released. You'll know if this guy's in the movie, but William Dafoe's in this, and he plays an actor who believes who acts like a cop. From what I know, and in context clues, I watched the damn thing, and I don't even fucking remember if it's his ghost character is a cop, but it's more of a cop character that an actor's playing. Plug in, damn you. There. And there's a running gag that he always has some assistant secretary or some woman just bring him a cup of coffee. He does not drink the cup of coffee. He just has it because cops in movies have a cup of coffee sometimes. That's her one job. She'll have a line or two, but her main job in this movie is to bring William Dafoe's character a cup of coffee. It happens a lot because you see a trash can just full of styrofoam coffee cups that he's just thrown away for an acting thing. It's so funny. Later, we find, once again, we rejoin Alice and her now fucking dipshit jackass, who reveals that, and also Beetlejuice reveals this, the spell and the chance Astrid read was giving up her life so that douchebag can live again. Where she's going is the soul train, or the fucking final destination shit. It's also here where we see why Lydia hasn't been able to see her father. Her father's been stuck in basically border control as a worker who stamps passports. It's hilarious, kind of, to me. We get a fight, or not even a fight, really. We get a little bit of a chase scene with Beetlejuice, Lydia, her dad, and, well, not Beetlejuice. He kind of fucks off for a little bit now. So it's the 3 family members chasing douchebag to get the passport before it's stamped, because when it's stamped, it's a done deal. Astrid is dead. And this led to one of the funniest moments of the movie for me. The movie itself is fucking hilarious, but this is probably my favorite joke in the movie. He gets the passport stamped saying that it's too late. Because again, when the passport is stamped, done deal. He's alive again and Astrid is dead. The lives have been traded. Hold on a sec. Oh, that made it fucking worse, probably. Okay, whatever. Reveals that it was Beetlejuice who stamped the thing, and he stamped tough luck, fucker, or some shit like that, and just goes, whoop! It's so funny to me. It's so funny. I will say, some of the craziest effects also in this movie, we see the return of Saturn. The Sandworms return, and their budget, they did the perfect combination of making the sandworms effect evolved with the time and technology, but still making it look like this is still cheesy. It's still the most outworldish thing in the movie, so it doesn't look right, which I think works, since even with how crazy this world is, it's still realistic stuff that kills you. From crashing into your grave, or getting shot and falling out of a tree, breaking your neck, which is how the boy died. Or, going back to the original movie, the old secretary having her wrist slit, being chopped in half. That was understandable. With the sandworms, they're so off-worldly, it makes sense for their effect to still look off-worldish, still not look right. It makes sense to me. We get back, we have an emotional goodbye to the father. And then we get the scene at the wedding. Also, a side point on this, the Bobs have escaped and now Bob is dead because the Soul Suckers, this had to be painful also for him. The strings you see in those shrunken head people comes out, we hear Bob scream and he just goes... Again, I was so pissed when they killed his ass. I was so pissed. So all the Bobs are, all these shrunken heads are all over the goddamn... living realm, with the ghost police basically taking them down, and William Dafoe's motivational speech is given to him by cue cards like an actor reading off a teleprompter. It's so funny and so clever in my opinion. So yeah, we get to the wedding, where it's a bunch of goddamn influencers, which Lydia again did not want. She does not want news articles and reporting on this shit. His advice, they have less than 1,000 followers. I hate this guy. Thankfully, he gets his comeuppance with this. Beetlejuice gives him a truth serum, and it's revealed, shocker on this, He wanted to marry Lydia just for her money. In fact, they met at a place where people are depressed and shit like that because he's preyed on women at their weakest moment. If you already didn't hate this motherfucker, that line itself is proof poison enough to hate this jackass. Also, another side. Actually, no, I won't talk about this. I'll let you guys experience this because it was so funny to me to watch this scene. But I won't tell you. So Beetlejuice then attempts to marry her, and we get this, I think, 3-minute musical number. What the hell? It's so weird. So weird. And we get the classic overshadowing singing and dancing. Again, any actress or actor who can make themselves... It's kind of like Jim Carrey in Liar Liar, where only Jim Carrey can make you believe that his hand has come to life and is fighting against him just to make sure he doesn't write a lie. Like, to write that this pen is red and not this pen is blue. Only Jim Carrey can make you believe that his own hand has come to life and that he's fighting it to write it. Just like in Beetlejuice, these actresses and actors perfectly show or make you believe that they are not in control of their dancing or their singing because they are looking so... It's a good example of facial features selling something. They look so confused and so freaked, just like in the original movie where they're singing "Come Mr. Taliman Tali Mi Banana." It's kind of like that, but more dramatic, I guess. But again, any actor or actress who can make themselves look like they are truly being possessed and not in control of their own motion, instantly gets respect from me. It's so beautiful. It's so funny. Then we get the Soul Snatcher back, and somehow douchebag. And the way I won't say how they defeat them, but they get truly killed in this. There's no coming back for them. It's then revealed that through some loophole, the contract between Beetlejuice and Lydia is null and void. I don't remember. I don't exactly remember this little plot point itself. At happy ending, we see Lydia and Astrid taking trips to like Dracula's castle and all these other creepy monasteries and stuff like that. Lydia getting rid of the TV show and all this stuff. Astrid being a new boy outside Dracula's castle, and the movie ends. It might be the only way this movie could end. Them in a hospital making it seem like there's going to be a new member of this family. And it's Beetlejuice's baby that pops out of Astrid. Astrid looks all happy, Lydia looks horrified, wakes up like a nightmare in like a classic 80s, 90s, and early 2000s movie. And Beetlejuice is right next to her going, "What's up, babe?" And then, end credits. If I miss it, there might be some other stuff I'm missing, but that's just how I remember the movie ending. I don't even know if there's an end credit scene. I highly doubt it, but I will be doing a quick search on that. If there is, I'll leave it down in the description. This movie, if you didn't like this movie, that's fine. Opinions are always subjective, and you don't have to like every movie that comes out. Me personally, I enjoyed the hell out of this movie. In fact, I wanted to watch the original Beetlejuice again before watching this one. I didn't because I've been a lazy procrastinator my entire vacation. I had a fucking plot of ideas that I wanted to do through my vacation that I just did nothing. I just sat on this thing and into my video games. There's some stuff I did that was fun, but majority of the time I was just on my goddamn computer where I should have been doing more work. Mainly working through my goddamn movie collection. I wonder if I'll make a little video on how... Granted, I don't have the world's biggest collection. I know there are definitely people who have a larger movie collection than me. I wonder if I'll go through my actual movie collection one day in a video. I've been buying more comic books. I've been trying to read through them, but I buy more than what I own. In fact, just because it's here, this is something I picked up because I know Marvel announced this and got a lot of people pissed off because when they released it, they kind of did it. They could have worded it better. They kind of. How do I explain this? This is a what if story, and if you already know what I'm talking about, good job. Marvel released a physical, not even a graphic novel, a full novel of a what if story. No picture, nothing. It is a true book. And it is a thick motherfucker. And just from the title, it got a lot of people pissed because it was they thought it was changing origins of a certain character, and it thought it would take away from some shit. Just the fact that it's called What If should give you the idea that nothing's being changed, they're just doing different shit. It's a fucking what if. You know, like your fucking precious fan fictions of like Captain America fucking Tony Stark, motherfuckers. It's just that it's a fucking... What If is basically their Marvel's... And I think DC has done some What If stuff too. I'd probably not under What If. But I guarantee they've done the multiverse thing. What Ifs and multiverse thing is just basically Marvel's excuse to write fan fiction, in my opinion. Not to stick to any canon, not to stick to... And even then, canon's subjective. Not to stick to any real character traits. It's all made just to say, let's just fuck around with some ideas and have some fun. But, yeah. Main thing, Jesus Christ, I've been trying to get this. Yeah, they announced this. I saw it at my local comic book store, and if you do have a local... Just another thing. If you have a local comic book store and you're a major comic book nerd, please, buy a fucking comic. Buy at least one book. Buy some goddamn comics. I don't know why I'm saying that to nerds. If you like superheroes and you haven't read the comic books, if you have a local comic book store, give them a try. I've been a superhero fan for my entire goddamn life. But it was only until I discovered the Panda Red through TikTok that I actually started looking for comic book stores and reading comic books. And now, I have 5 goddamn log boxes full of the damn things! Anyway, point of this little topic of sidetrack bullshit. I found this. I saw that they announced it. It looked interesting and I wanted to buy it. I present What If Scarlet Witch and Wanda Maximoff and Peter Parker were siblings. In this universe, Wanda is raised by is the sister to Peter Parker. They are both raised by Aunt May and Uncle Ben. And while she's awakening her powers, Peter's right by her side. But then we see Quicksilver shatter her reality and she wonders what the hell is going on. This book looks insane, but it being Spider-Man also makes me realize that this shit is going to get sad because Marvel does not like Spider-Man at all. Anything else I want to say real quick? Like, any new funk? Actually, where is it? I just picked up a new comic. I just picked up new books. Where are they? Actually, where the hell are they? Are they behind the computer? Nope. Oh, they're right next to the other books, I think. Nope. Where the hell did I put the books? Anyway, sidetrack. I picked up I'll tell you the main thing. I got when I picked this up, and it was yesterday that I picked this up, so it was Saturday, which was National Batman Day. I picked up one of the more fan favorite, I think, stories, and that is Under the Red Hood. I've never read that book. I've only seen the movie, and even then I haven't not seen it all the way through. I've seen clips and highlights of the movie. Yeah. So, yeah, this video's kind of going a little longer than just Cringe of the Month. I just wanted to talk a little... Fuck it, shit. Wanted to talk about Beetlejuice because it's such a good goddamn movie that perfectly captures that fucking energy. I wanted to show off this book because there are people that were pissy about the idea of Peter Parker and Wanda Maximoff as siblings and not looking at these two goddamn words. And again, shout out to this place. This place is so cool. I'll just say, again, this is a classic museum. It is an actual museum for superhero stuff. It is packed full of Marvel, DC, Image, so much indie shit. It's so cool. They have stuff ranging from Captain America to Mighty Mouse, G.I. Joe, Transformers, Ninja Turtles, Batman, Superman. They have some question shit. Etrigan, Hawkman, the Justice Society. They have so much stuff. Even some old school, like Robot Chicken Justice League toys. Mint condition, too. Even toys before that, where the gloves look like fucking Dexter's mom's fucking oven. Not Dexter's mom. Look like oven mitt gloves. That, in my dad's words, would fly off. And just to show also how cool this place is, the amount of actual memorabilia they have. They have the original Captain America costume from the 1969 movie. Yes, this authentic costume from 1969 with the actual shield, and to see it right next to an actual Captain America shield from the Avengers movie that is signed by the cast. They have the actual Hell Cycle from Ghost Rider in Hell for $10. I wish I would have saw this shit. For $10, you can get your picture on the cycle, sitting on the cycle with it lit up. They have the actual car. This is an actual car, not some prop or whatever. They have the car that Robert Downey Jr. fell on in the first Iron Man movie, where he's training to fly and he gets fire extinguished. They have that car. They even have the original Batgirl cycle from the Adam West TV show in front of the original Batgirl costume and the Adam West Batman costume. They have a Kingpin suit from Daredevil. They have a Lone Ranger costume. They have a Tick costume from the Tick series that Patrick Warburton was in. They have a Jay Garrick Flash helmet. Hat. There is so much cool shit in this one little damn museum. Again, if you live in Indiana or if you love superhero museums, check out Hall of Heroes. This is such a cool place. Speaking of superheroes, just so I can also talk about this a little bit. It was announced that Batman was getting a Hollywood Walk of Fame, and some people were very much pissed about it. You can hate Batman, you can not like Batman, you can say Batman is one of my least favorite superheroes. That is fine. Again, everyone has an opinion. Here's mine, and this is an opinion that will resonate with so many people. This character is arguably one of the most famous superheroes, alongside this guy, and I don't have any of him near me at the moment. Oh, wait, yes I do. And next to him, I will fucking believe this till I die. These two are on similar platforms of infamy, of popularity. They can say Spider-Man is everyone's favorite superhero because of how popular and how awesome he is. So is Batman is also one of the most popular, one of the most beloved, and one of the most well-known characters in fiction. I'll even say this. These are my top 4 most known characters in fiction. Goku. And that one hurts me, because I'd also say Darth Vader, but I would probably put... Actually, no, I'll say Darth Vader over Goku. Fight me on this shit. Darth Vader, Superman, Batman, and Spider-Man. Those are probably some of the most... Again, you can even include Goku for the top 5. Top 5 most famous characters in all of fiction. Goku, Darth Vader, Superman, Batman, Spider-Man. You're always going to know Batman, who he is. You can not like the movies. You don't have to like the comics. You don't even have to like the cartoons. You know who Batman is. And also, when fucking Shrek and the Rugrats have a goddamn star, it shouldn't be shocking when the fucking Batman has one. Anyway, so for this video, and it will be more bright when it'll be in the morning when this will probably be released at like 9 a.m. or some shit like that. Maybe 8. 8 or 9 a.m. is when you will be seeing this video. Anyway, thank you for listening to me bullshit, and thank you for joining me for September's Cringe of the Month. I promise next time I announce when a video will be coming out, it will actually be coming out on that day. I don't know what the hell kind of lazy dart hit me so fucking much over my vacation, and what the hell stopped me from making more videos. I apologize on that. But yeah, I promise there will be, anytime I say there will be a video coming out, it will be on the day I announce that the video will be coming out. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this crazy ass shit, and I'll see you next time. Later, bros.